It's not a good thing.
Yes. They're happy. Saying that you are not happy to you. When you are not going to betray your or betray the great people in life today. Your people are not going to be passive. You understand? You understand? You
As close as you, Joe Boakai, have brought him. You know what Joe Boakai did? Subsequently, Joseph Boakai reached out to me about a week or so later. I have that proof here too. I will show you as well. He said, Henry, now he has seen coming to be his cow now, to be milking. Let milk the man. He said, Henry, can you get, like that you were me, my dependable nephew? Do you think you can get Alex to donate $300,000 to the JMB Foundation? He tried to make it look like it's money for the foundation because he doesn't want to say for Cummins to give me money. Do you think you can get Cummins to donate $300,000 to the JMB Foundation for some initiatives, making it sound all decent and professional? I said, well, Uncle, let me think about it and I'll refer to you. To be honest with you folks, I never asked Mr. Cummins. You had just eaten the man's 45,000 US for a trip you had no interest in. Now you're asking me to go back to Alex Cummins through his people and make a request for $300,000. Then he said, you know, you might be inclined to give us the money because he wants something from me. So this is the honest man. This is the honest Joe Boakai. The Joseph Boakai that is supposed to be a decent, honorable man is asking me to go to Alex Cummins under the pretext of being inclined to grant Cummins' request for him, Joe Boakai, to recuse himself from the political race and raise Cummins' hand. So he wanted me to go now to Cummins to go and get another $300,000 from Alex Cummins. I never did. I never delivered that message to Alex Cummins because I knew Joe Boakai was dishonest. How dare I go ask Cummins for $300,000 to give to Joe Boakai when Boakai had just made a fun of Cummins in Ghana at a meeting Cummins gave him money for? And this is and these are things we could not come to the public to disclose these things. We could not do these things because we were in too deep. We were in too deep. And so what did I?
Sense of gratitude and humility. It has been an honor and a privilege to serve as your president and commander-in-chief for the past 6 years. Together in 2018, we embarked on a journey to build a united, peaceful, and prosperous Liberia. And I am deeply thankful for the trust and support you have bestowed upon me and my administration.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening.
What a pleasant way to welcome all of you, our people, to Freedom Hub on 87.9. Today is certainly the 9th date of April 2025. My name is Kind Oliver Kind. Princess Alexa Banja Colley is pretty seated. Oh, what a pleasant way to welcome you to Freedom Hub on your radio. There are 2 million things happening in the country. A lot of issues going on in the Republic of Liberia. On today's edition, we're going to be looking into several of the issues happening in the country. Precisely, our attention is going to be drawn to a situation unfolding in Nimba County, as that part of Liberia will be going into a special senatorial election for the sole purpose of replacing the late Senator Prince Yomin Johnson of Nimba County. More to that, we are told that the Alternative National Congress is planning to endorse Edith Gonglowe in the Nimba County by-elections. There are also reports that several other opposition political institutions are planning to endorse the senatorial bid of Madam Edith Gonglowe, who is contesting as an independent candidate in Nimba County. More to that, there is a whole lot of information as to where the Coalition for Democratic Change, or better still, the Congress for Democratic Change, will be supporting in the Nimba County elections. At least we know where the Unity Party is supporting. And so our desire on today's edition is to look into the little political issues we were able to gather from the Nimba County race so far, and bring you what we know on this platform. More to that, our concern is also at the level of the Liberian executive. We are told, according to a publication from Front Page Africa, that His Excellency Joseph Yoman Boaka, the president, is reportedly having discussions with the Supreme Court of Liberia, the bench of the Supreme Court of Liberia, to delay what appears to be a ruling into the bit of information that was filed for by the Speaker of the House, Speaker Jonathan Fonati Kofa. So it has been reported by Front Page Africa and several other newspapers in the country that President Boaka is negotiating with the justices to delay, or better still, intervene in the speaker crisis. The speaker crisis, the crisis affecting the legislature, precisely the House of Representatives. And so, with these topics plus several other issues of national concern, it is going to be a wonderful issue here, as always, on 87.9. Alexa and I will be here to run you through the entire period. But again, like we would normally do on a Wednesday, we have some financial obligation to those of you, our people, our ordinary followers. Those of you who keep playing the cash giveaway, those of you who keep playing the star 799 hatch, and you select this, you select that. On today's edition, you're going to be playing star 799, star 70 hatch, and that will place you in a better position to be one of those who will win for yourself 20,000 Liberian dollars. So I repeat, when you dial star 799 star 70 hash, you will stand a chance to win for yourself 20,000 Liberian dollars. So while we intend to talk politics, while we intend to discuss the issues affecting the Republic of Liberia, we will also pay some attention on giving some Liberians some money. And so, like my dear brother Austin Kawa would normally say, this is the shape and size of the program on the Wednesday's edition. Let's take a break. When we come back, we bring you Crime Stoppers Liberia. Crime Stoppers Liberia is our official sponsor here on this particular platform, Freedom Communications Incorporated. Let's take a break then to be right back.
people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper.
Okay, so Crime Stoppers, the people bringing safety to your doors. Crime Stoppers Liberia is the official sponsor here on 87.9. Alexa, good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon, Oliver, and I would like to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. However, where you're joining us, we'd like to say welcome to Freedom Hub on 87.9 FM. And we're also live on Freedom FM 87.9 TV on Facebook and YouTube. We have a lot to talk about today, so we'd like to say welcome.
Okay, so basically there are too many things to talk about, like you said. But there's a whole lot. There is a whole lot at about this time. There is a whole lot. Let me say, hats up to all of our people, all of the Real Madrid fans across the world. I beginning with my own my own friend.
It was not easy yesterday.
Beginning with my own friend, I mean, almost all of my friends are Real Madrid fans. Interestingly, that is where we are as a country. So Austin Kawa, Madrid was beaten 3-0 yesterday. Very, very sorrowful.
Effortlessly.
Very, very sorrowful. Madrid was beaten yesterday. Madrid was beaten yesterday 3-0. So Austin Kawa is pinned at the moment. If you go close to Austin Kawa, if you're not careful, he's gonna slap the hell out of you. That's how angry he is. You know, I can say that for a fact. One person who was also pinned by this defeat. In fact, if you're not careful, you ride. If the man riding a car, you're not careful, you go closer to him, the man will rush on you. Yeah. Well, you're not careful, the man will rush on you with a car. One person who is very, very, very annoyed at the moment. Yeah, you know, I mean, unless I should call it Representative Dixon Sibo. Representative Dixon Wulawi Sibo of Negro Town. If you not respect yourself, don't go closer to him right now. He is so angry about Madrid's defeat, and it brings me joy anytime I see Representative Sibo angry about Real Madrid. Yeah, it brings me joy. I mean, we are happy as Barcelona fans, you know, and you know our follower in Barcelona, Spain, Rogers. Yeah, he will always call on the radio and say, "Oh, this." So Sam Weir, another fan, you know, called yesterday. He told me he said if Arsenal is successful in defeating Real Madrid and better say qualifying, you know, over Real Madrid, he will send me $100. So
Okay.
I'm putting you on record, Sam Weir. I was sitting here. I said Arsenal would have won yesterday. You call me. He said if Arsenal win, you give me $100. So we're just waiting for the second leg. As soon Arsenal qualified, unless I just know say I get 100, I'll give you something.
No, but I thought it was just for the first game.
No, he said if Arsenal qualifies, you know,
Okay.
Representative Jason
So
Sibo
we
and
have-
team got terrible. Which I mean they have which
I know.
Real Madrid could have come back. Yeah, I mean they're terrible.
Arsenal understands first impression anyway.
Yeah. So
So it's not be. Okay. So I would like to say, someone was on here not too long, and let me see if I can get that clear. The person says something. Okay, Philip Amara. Today is your birthday. We'd like to say happy birthday to you, Philip Amara from Old Road. You're watching us and you just notified us that today is your birthday. So thank you so much for following. We'd like to say happy birthday to you.
Okay, so basically that is exactly what it is. So so Representative Jason Sibo, sorry about it, but
They will come back now.
Hmm?
They will come back now. You're getting not getting to play now. So
which game we got to play?
Madrid will still play again for the how do you call it? It's on.
Until that can happen,
So for now,
until
you're
that can
managed.
happen,
You're managed. And for the record, I supported Arsenal yesterday anyway.
uh
But I'm just trying to
you
be
supported you
compassionate.
supported Arsenal,
Of
but
course,
no real
of
Barcelona
course,
fan, no real
of
Barcelona fan
course.
will stay
Today
away.
we're going teach football
it
again.
it gives us joy. Look, let me say this to people.
We're going teach football today.
No matter how hurt you are, it gives us joy. I'm often delighted when Madrid is beaten,
We'd like to see your own
especially
team.
disgracefully. Yeah, so Honorable Siwo, me, I know you angry to play you. You want kind of feel even right now, you can't like the play, but
Begin.
I think I'm manager now, I got security. I got manager, I got security.
Oh my word,
So
do not try.
you Honorable Representative Sibo Kaya,
Don't forget it, you're gonna go back.
my security will see you. Yeah,
Go
so
right
yeah,
back.
we'll go right back to Niku Town.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yes, right back to Niku Town. So that's exactly what will be happening. But Real Madrid, yeah, I mean you deserve it. Um, Team Nessin Gallo. I saw Real Madrid. All my people in Real Madrid.
Everybody in
You
Spain.
know, get Nessin Gallo.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, American Honor Roger Insurance. Yeah, yeah, oh man, Real Madrid man. But that is what it is. We got to go to several other topics. Front Page Africa has a story. But before we go to that story, like I said, today we are giving some people 20,000 Liberian dollars. And why we're prepared to do that, there are other folks who will be receiving some money, as an appreciation for being dedicated to the platform. So we just want to take this time to run to them quickly. We give them some money. Yes, we run to them quickly. We give them some money, and that would be the situation. So $1,000 each will be given to a lot of people, but we just call three because of the time we have. We don't have the time to call all the 1,000 other people. So plenty of people will be receiving $1,000. So if you're on your phone, check your phone when we call you. We don't want you to be lost in your thoughts exactly as it relates to confirming whether or not you receive your money. So we're about to call the first person. The machine is selecting a lot of people. So if you're lucky, the machine will select you as one of the regular players. So the more you play, the better your chances are. So let's go to the first person. Who could this one be? Hello, sir. How are you? How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Okay, my name is Kewoke from Freedom Radio Liberia, sir. What's your name?
I'm Kufa Wena.
Kofa, our record shows that you have $1,000 on your phone from Radio Entertainment Liberia. Can you confirm?
It's true.
Okay, it is because you are a regular player. Congratulations, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Okay, we leave you right there, Kofa. Yeah, Kofa reminds me of Jonathan Fonati Kofa and also Takunje, who is also Jonathan Fonati. No, Takunje is Jonathan Kofa.
Wait, Lawrence, I'm begging you, let me quote you away.
so
Rescue.
so we're gonna go to the next
Rescue Minister vibe.
We're gonna go to the next person who will be winning $1,000. Let's do this quickly, then we go and talk. There are 2 minute things to talk about. I am told something is happening in Nimba County that is not correct. There is this issue of how you call this thing, electoral violence creeping. There is a video in circulation where partisans of Madam Edith Gongo were are complaining that they were reportedly allegedly assaulted by individuals believed to be supporters of Representative Samuel Koga. I mean, this is not the kind of news we want to hear, especially when elections are being held, especially when we have a particular election in a county as crucial as Nimba. So we try to get the clip where the partisans were kind of complaining and expressing their concern over what appeared to have been an alleged brutalization of their colleagues by people believed to be from the Kogas campaign team. But let's call the next person for their $1,000. Let's see if this person is going to pick up. If he or she doesn't, we'll run to the next line because we do not have time to keep spending more time on the. Okay, so this person is not available. Let's go to the other one. Did somebody send you the video from Nimba? I showed my dear Be Better from America was send it to me. I have it, but I don't want to waste time getting it. So right after calling this, This next person will get the video, so that time to discuss the Nima County situation, we'll have it all queued up. So let's call this person and see if he or she is available to confirm receiving $1,000 as a regular player. Who is this person? Let's see. Let's give you a trial. Let's give you a trial on this person. Let's see if this person received their $1,000. Then we'll try to go and give somebody 20,000. Hello, how you doing?
I'm okay.
We're great. My name is KOK from Freedom Radio Liberia, sir. What's your name?
I'm back up now.
Mr. Nad, our record shows you have $1,000 on your phone from Radio Entertainment Liberia. Can you confirm it?
Oh, okay. Thank you. Let me confirm it.
It is because you are a regular player. Congratulations. And you also have the chance to keep playing. Perhaps you could win the $20,000.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Nad. We'll leave you right there, Alexa. And so, yeah. That's what it is. So the next time we come here at 20,000, we come here to give somebody, or maybe we'll give somebody 2,000, or if the system will vomit something, it will give 5,000. But the biggest we give today is $20,000. So we can give some people 5, we can give some people 2, but the biggest on today is going to be 20,000 Liberian dollars. That's what we're going to be giving to a potential lucky winner on the platform. Yeah. So Alexa, we talk about the Real Madrid team. We're now going to spend more time on it. Sorry, Honorable Sibo. But that's why it is. I mean, when Real Madrid is defeated, he can feel so bad. Yeah, very, very bad. Right now, you check your him.
And tonight, if you're going to be cheering against Barcelona,
He will surely do. He will surely
you're
cheer.
going to be disappointed anyway.
He will surely cheer against
You're going to be
against
disappointed,
Barcelona.
so-
I know Honorable Sibo very well.
So don't waste your
All the
time.
Real Madrid people ain't like Barcelona. But there is a story on the Front Page Africa newspaper stand. And I want Alexa to read that story for all of us to listen. This country is the only place that we have. And this is something Senator that Delon used to say when he was not sent into Liberia. Is the only country we got that we
Yeah.
cannot be deported from. Interestingly, my good friend Senator Delon is no more, in my opinion, he's no more committed to those particular creed and perception. I'm hoping that he will return to the Delon we knew him to be. But I mean, too many things he has said that will be in the interest of the country. And on the contrary, like the Yaga Kolba will say, Alexa, you remember what Yaga can say? Ball bands, story change. So that's what it is. So let's go and read the story when you have it.
Okay, so this is from Front Page Africa, and it is a story by Gerard Koyine.
Mm-hmm.
It says President Boakai reportedly asked Supreme Court to delay ruling on House dispute amid ongoing talks with lawmakers.
Okay.
President Joseph Yuma Boakai has reportedly asked the Supreme Court to hold off on delivering a ruling in the ongoing House leadership dispute to allow him to continue negotiations between rival blocs in the House of Representatives. Front Page Africa has been reliably informed that President Boakai has reportedly prevailed on the Supreme Court of Liberia to delay its ruling on the controversial House leadership saga.
To delay the ruling.
Yes.
That is what Front Page Africa
Yes.
gathered. Go ahead.
This comes amid an on and off negotiations lingering between the majority and minority blocs in the lower house.
Mhm.
Prior to the president's reported intervention, it was widely expected that the nation's highest court would rule on the bill of information filed by embattled Speaker J. Funanti Kofa and his allies today. Senator Darius Delon, a staunch supporter of the Unity Party-backed government, posted on his Facebook urging the court to be clear in its ruling. Okay. He said, looking forward for an unambiguous, clearer, and firmer information or ruling from the Supreme Court of Liberia that should bring some legal sense and sanity to the unfortunate and prolonged leadership controversy in the House of Representatives. That's a quotation
from Senator Delon.
Yeah, exactly.
Good.
He added, no more ambiguity. What the law says and is, not who the law knows or sees. When this is done, everyone should be expected and encouraged to respect as well as abide and act accordingly in the interest of good governance and respect for the rule of law. Politics not guarded by respect for the rule of law anywhere becomes chaotic and ungovernable. The bill seeks clarity from the courts on the legitimacy of moves by the majority bloc to unseat Speaker Kova. Moves he has consistently described as unconstitutional, while the president's reported intervention is being viewed by some as an attempt to restore calm and foster legislative unity. Critics argue it may signal undue executive interference in judicial proceedings.
Mhm.
This raises serious constitutional questions. Any attempt by the executive to influence the timing or outcome of a judicial ruling, even under the pretense of promoting dialogue, risks undermining the independence of the judiciary, said a renowned Liberian lawyer seeking anonymity. The leadership crisis in the House of Representatives erupted following the formation of a majority bloc that claims to have the numbers to remove Kofa. The speaker and his supporters, however, maintain that proper procedures have not been followed,
Okay, so
and this is just history, I guess.
yeah, so they're trying to
Give a
give,
background
yeah,
of
to give a background of the entire situation. Now, what is it to you? The three different issues that we were able to capture, Alexa. Senator Dillon asking the court to be clear in her rulings, and you know, and the issue of President Bouaka reportedly, it has been alleged. From Best Africa is, reporting a story that it has been alleged that he may have gotten to the justices on the bench to delay. Yeah. So what is it? What is it from your angle? What do you think?
Okay, so I think yesterday while we're discussing something about reconciliation in Liberia, I said something about things that are to happen when they are to happen, and things that are to be done by people who are supposed to handle different issues in Liberia. We have talked about this saga of capital for a couple of weeks now. We have, discussed just different factors, and one of the things that could have been prevented if people who are supposed to be responsible leaders, we're going to have talks behind the scenes, because at the end of the day, people will look at this as a political thing, which of course it is at a point, but then there's also legality. And when it comes to legality, that's the part where people are talking about respecting the rule of law, respecting the constitution, and some of the different articles in the constitution. But Oliver, there, I think when the Supreme Court did what they did the first time, we had another show here, and I was like, the Supreme Court was not clear. So at about that moment, I was like, maybe they contributed to exactly why the quote unquote majority bloc claimed victory at the end of the day,
Mhm.
because they just gave their ruling and it was not really interpreted to an end where people will understand that you're saying maybe Oliver is right or Oliver is wrong. But again, when the Supreme Court rules or when the Supreme Court is actually handling something, they wouldn't tell you clearly, or maybe this is a bottle of water. No, they're just going to say what they're going to say until the moment comes for maybe a final ruling or so. But if Mr. Bouaka, as Liberia's president, had wished to intervene, Oliver, if he was actually clear and honest about intervening to avoid, a chaotic moment in Liberia,
Mhm.
to protect democracy, that would have happened maybe 2 3 months ago
Mhm.
when the saga just started.
Mhm.
He would have the same negotiations he's talking about behind the scenes with Funati Kofa and the quote unquote majority speaker. That is something that was going to be done earlier on. We wouldn't be here discussing, Capitol building or Capitol Hill lawmakers having issues and this and that, because we've been on that for almost 3 months or maybe going to 4 months now. So if the president really wanted to intervene, that should have been done way back, not now, where the Supreme Court has already had a moment where they had to discuss a bill of information, And now today they were supposed to give a ruling. So the president's intervention, is it really needed now? If you're going to ask me, I don't know if it is really needed now, Oliver, because today they were supposed to give a ruling. So what has the president already seen or part of the ruling? Is that why he is saying he wants to intervene now openly?
Mhm.
Because this is a report from Front Page Africa.
Mhm.
They're reporting, from their sources,
Apparently,
trusted sources.
apparently, he may not have seen the ruling in practical terms, but there are indications.
Right.
You remember the hearing where the justices were like telling the both parties their errors, and the majority bloc had to receive bulk of the latches. So just by common logic, common sense, and fundamental understanding of elementary law, you will understand where it is going.
Where it is
So
going to
apparently
go.
the president got a clue that Pape, the way the thing is looking like, they're going to rule against Kuhn, Richard Kuhn, and our people, and it may not look good if the court will hand down that verdict. So please go intervene. Let's have a last attempt to want to broker peace. And if it doesn't work, then we can allow the court to do what the court want to do, or we can still remain adamant and be as lawless as we want to be. Perhaps that's what it is.
So when they started, Oliver, a lot of people called our leaders, and a lot of them directed the call to Mr. President.
Good.
So, Mr. President, you have Richard Kuhn, who is from your political tendency.
Mhm.
So 100% to some extent you will have influence over him.
Good.
Call Richard Kuhn, have a discussion with Richard Kuhn, have a dialogue to prevent this national disgrace from happening. A lot of people called on the president, and we were here. You gave an example on one of our presentations, and you also talked about that. You gave a practical example of exactly what happens usually in our African homes and all that.
Mhm.
So if the president, have been really intentional, for me, I'll continue to say, if the president actually wanted to intervene in order to avoid national embarrassment, and it will extend internationally, he was going to do what he was going to do at that point, or what he needed to do at that point, Oliver.
Mhm.
But here we are, people went to court, people's the speaker's office, were broken into, you had another lawmaker's car and all that. So we have seen a lot of different things. A lot of different things have happened.
Mhm.
100%. We did not listen to the president. We only listened to the president speak when the Capitol building caught on fire. That's
Good.
when the president spoke.
Good.
And since then, whenever you try to recommend what the president should do in order to prevent this, people will say separation of power. So the executive cannot intervene, or there's no interference.
Mhm.
That was like something people were saying over and over again. So now that it is reported that the president is calling the two parties to intervene allegedly. So is it not the same thing about interference, Oliver?
That is what it is.
It is the same thing. So why did he do what he's doing now? If that's exactly what he's doing now, what did he do that earlier on? Why are we here? Things have been destroyed. People's, images are ruined to some extent. Lawmakers were beaten so much
Mhm.
by police officers. He did not do anything. A lawmaker's car, another police officer had to burst into that. Nothing was said. Even though you had different leaders calling on the president to intervene, then the people say the president can intervene, separation of power. So I don't know if this intervention is coming from a place of honesty. I don't know if it is coming from a place of compassion.
The first thing we got to know, what is the intervention
What is he going to do?
going to entail?
Is it based on the fact that maybe,
Mhm.
like what you just explained, is it based on the fact that maybe what was done when the Supreme Court had that hearing about the bill of information, based on how it was discussed and some of the things that were pointed out? Is it based on what happened that day, or some of the pieces of information shared,
Mhm.
that the president is thinking maybe it is not going to go the way of quote unquote majority speaker? Probably. So, and it wouldn't be a good thing. So they are calling on people for the sake of peace. For the sake of peace, you're supposed to tell people and say, okay, you want to remove Kofa, respect the law.
Good.
You want to remove Kofa, you can have your 49 members, go back to the house and do what you're supposed to do.
That's correct.
It is that simple. So as a father, you already know what you're supposed to do because you are said to have wisdom. So having wisdom is understanding in certain situations what to do, what not to do, how to handle what you're supposed to handle. But then we left from Grand G there. We traveled through Nema County when we're just supposed to sit right there and discuss. But we disregarded having a dialogue, having an honest discussion. So are we going to continue telling people for the sake of peace, just listen to this? I don't know which one of the angles the president is going to intervene from. I don't know what kind of discussion they're going to have. I don't know how they're going to discuss, what they're going to discuss or the different factors that will be involved. But I think, Oliver, people should be serious. Maybe a lot of people did not think Fonati Kofa would have continued to pursue, the fact that, legally I am the speaker. Maybe a lot of them thought he would have resigned earlier on when, they started all that barbaric kind of display. Maybe people thought he would have resigned and he would have just left the whole thing and be like, okay, I'm done. This is Liberia. But you continue to say for the sake of peace, let it go. So are we going to continue with that phrase for the sake of peace, and we're going to disregard the practicality of the law, the Constitution, to respect and uphold? So for me, I'm just here. I don't know what else to say, because if it is about an honest intervention, Oliver, I still maintain, or I still hold the belief that the president should have done that earlier.
Okay.
Than now.
Good.
Like, why are you intervening now?
So
wouldn't it still be referred to as, interference when you're saying separation of power?
There are concerns as to whether it is belated, or I mean, people are questioning the timing and the sincerity. Folks are saying it is untimely. Others are saying
it is not sincere at this point.
Good. I mean, that's what I want to know from you, because.
So if you're going to ask me about the time frame, Oliver, I would say at this point, of course, we still need to have an amicable, solution to what's happening. In order to just get rid of all of these different disappointments from our lawmakers, because they're supposed to be doing the people's work.
Good.
They're supposed to be working effectively now, not to continue, to act like kids, where you're having arguments every now and then when this other person is going to talk, someone else will come and be like, no, this person is not legally on this committee. I am now the chairman on this committee. So now I would say it is a bit belated, because I'm saying this because, Oliver, damages have been done.
Good.
People went to the court, not the first time. Damages have been done. Even Mr. President, I don't know if he usually follows the media, if he usually follows the news. Damages have been done. The statement made by the president when, Capitol building got a fire, there was something else he should have said. But he did not. When we had Armed Forces Day celebration here, Mr. President was there celebrating why the quote-unquote speaker people, they were behind him, they were busting in somebody's office, right?
Good.
So all those things happened. So if the president had intervened sooner, I will continue to say, you will not say, oh, they busting in somebody's office, or they do the other thing to yeke car. No. I'm sure by now, reconciliation is already done, and what was to be done legally would have been done legally. And the people who are supposed to know that, oh, what you're doing is not right, that would have happened. The president has been in this country for years. He knows about politics. He was the president of the Senate.
Okay.
So I'm sure he understands what happens on Capitol building. What happens there. He knows that. So it's a bit belated now. So whatever ruling they have, I think, well, they should have allowed today to be done. And after today, we'll go back to what we're supposed to go back to based on the ruling. But the fact that you're saying pause a little bit, I need maybe 2 weeks just to think about it and talk to people behind the scenes. So what the leaders of our country, specifically the president, was the president, reaching out to maybe J. Fonati Kofa and calling Richard Namwekun to have a sit down and talk about it? That should also be a concern addressed. Because if that was done earlier on, it would say, okay, maybe he was trying. But you said, no, separation of power. You cannot intervene. You cannot interfere. But here we are now. They say they get ruling, and they say, oh, they're ruling here way small. After 2 weeks, we'll come back to do it, allegedly. So I don't know where we're going. So it is not really okay. And honestly, it is not really from a sincere point of view. That's what I think.
Okay. Now, so I think you touch every particular place that anybody wanting to have a say in this topic will say. But here's what I think I'll make of it. The first thing is I I've seen a particular post where it has been reported that the spokesperson of the judiciary, Councillor Dara Ambrosma, was able to issue a statement indicating that when a ruling is held, a notice of assignment is often issued. It is that notice of assignment that can inform the parties that your case that you have with us,
Mhm.
we will be ruling on the 14th of February, on the 10th of March, on the 11th of September. That is what the notice will have in it. Now, so the folks are arguing that in as much as that notice was not served, it shows that there was never a ruling that was planned to have happened
Today
today, as being reported.
reported.
Now, here is a situation. The information did not say to us, according to Front Page Africa, it did not say to us when did the president meet
Yeah.
the justices. I mean,
No, it did not.
do we have any information on
It did
that?
not.
No.
Nothing. It did not say that.
Now, using Front Page Africa as the legitimate, better still, authentic source here, using their information as an authentic source and being one of the major news outlets in the country, and judging from the report that they've provided to the Liberian people, we can safely say that it is possible that this meeting that reportedly took place between the president and members of the bench of the court, or better say all of them, may not have happened day before yesterday. Apparently, it may have happened all through the time, maybe 2 3 weeks, or maybe 10 days ago, when he got intel that this particular case, the ruling was being arranged, finalized, because the judges got to go to their own secret chamber and look at all of the different defenses. What did the guys from the majority bloc say? What did the guys from the minority bloc say? The judges will put it together, the justices will put it together, argue it, bring the law book also, do all of the comparative analysis, then they will take a decision on the bench. Majority of them will agree and say, let it be blue, or let it be green, let it be red or yellow. Once that decision is made, it means the court has reached a decision. But that decision is yet to be communicated to the public because a date of assignment is yet to be reached. That a date of assignment is yet to be reached doesn't negate the fact that it is possible that the president, as privileged as he is to be the first citizen in the country, it doesn't negate the fact that the president can know what's in the ruling. And so the president doesn't need an assignment date to be arranged before making intervention, if indeed he want to make intervention based on what is contained in the very report or very ruling that is about to come out from the court. So for those of you who are arguing that, look, this thing from Africa reporting, because Stenton Witherspoon also said it last night on his show.
Yeah.
This thing from Page is reporting.
That's firstly where I saw the update anyway.
Good. This thing about Front Page saying, the President Baka he met the justices, to delay them. It's not true, because you can meet the justices when the justices have not decided a date for declaring judgment. No, that argument is invalid. If you're not even careful on the day the court had a hearing, the court decided. These are experienced lawyers. These are lawyers who read the very law. From the way the lawyers were questioning from the way the judges, from the way the associate justices and the chief justice, from the way they were questioning the witnesses on the stand, you will automatically know that they knew what they were doing.
Exactly.
They knew the law at hand. They knew the different citations that he could reference in making any decision. I mean, you could understand that it was a clear situation for the bench. So there is a probability that ruling was even done that same day. If not, the very next day. There is a probability that the ruling was done that same week. They are reserving it until a date of assignment. A note of assignment can be issued. So, assuming they have had it the very week they did the same, how you call this thing? Come on, the same argument. The president is not a small potato,
A big man on it.
regardless of who the individual is, and that's why
He's still
when
privileged.
we say don't insult the president, don't say this to the president. When President Weah was president, this radio station, Alexa, this platform, we were clear. Don't insult the president. It is wrong.
That's the highest seat.
Regardless of who's in the
Who
presidency,
occupies the presidency,
don't
do not.
insult the president. We've said that over and over. President Baka is now president. We still maintain that particular position. Don't insult don't insult the president. We're going to maintain it. Don't insult the president. That's why we say the position, the office is serious. It's very, very important. The president is not a small potato. There is nothing the president want to know in this country that he is not able. He's not able to get information on.
Just a call away, you'll be able to get pieces of information that people are not privileged
Once
to get.
if the president say, I want to know what kind of shoes, unless I will wear tomorrow, he will know. If the president say, I want to know what kind of soup the other person ate to their house today, he will know. That's how powerful the president is. So for you to say, oh, the president couldn't have known that there is a ruling that is prepared, and so once the president knows that there is a ruling prepared and he doesn't know the content, there is no way that he will want to make intervention on a ruling that he doesn't know the content. Don't try it. When you do that, you'll be speaking out of ignorance.
And another thing, Oliver,
It will show that you do not know what you're discussing.
Exactly.
The president is big enough to know what you want to know. The position is, look, you make Alexa president today, or driving on the road on Broad Street or going to Cinco.
You're packing though.
When Alexa convoy come in, once you see the escort car in front, regardless of who's in the presidential limo, man, you will pack. Even if you are enter airplane before Alexa will ever enter airplane, when you see her, you will pack. And you not drink liquor before Alexa will ever drink her first glass of alcohol, you will, whatever you think you may have achieved personally before Alexa, you will pack. It's not because Alexa is coming. It is because the president is coming. That's why we've been telling you the president should not be subjected to rudeness. Don't cause him. Don't say bad things about him, regardless of who's the president. If he is George Weah, respect him. If he is Joe Baka, respect him. Yes, you can disagree with him.
But there are ways.
You can disagree with any president. If President Weah becomes president someday in this country, you can disagree with him. If Alice Cummings becomes president someday in this country, you can do the same. Likewise, President Baka. We have had disagreement with him. For us, we think he is not living up to what he promised the Liberian people. For us, we think it is so unfair that he will tell the people of the country that it was bad for his predecessor, His Excellency George Weah, to be riding private jets, and he himself come to power. He's not only riding private jet for international purposes, but he's even riding private jet to go to Lofa. That's a fundamental issue we have with him. Must I insult him to let you know that I have fundamental issues with the president? I cannot do that because he occupies a particular position that is sacred. It is the biggest position in the country. We can disagree. We can have our fundamental issues. We can have our policy differences. But his office got to be respected. And that is what democracy is all about. That's what our democracy should be. I mean, it should not condone profanity. And that's why we criticize President Weah himself. I mean, President Baka himself, right? When he started harboring people who insulted a certain president, and President Baka could do nothing about it. The last time in Lofa County,
they not even condemned that.
In Lofa County, he was present when Yaga Koluba was insulting the president at the time, President Weah. Yaga Koluba started insulting the very Tifa, Tomo Fala.
And everyone was smiling.
President Baka was there.
Smiling so much.
Mr. Benina Yure was there. There were several other guys who were there. They were laughing. They were laughing, watching Yaga insulting President Weah. Watching Yaga insult Tifa and other prominent members of the government by the time. Today, Yaga is doing the same thing to President Baka. Do we support it? No. Today, there are other folks who are doing the same thing. We believe in as much as we have disagreement with what the policy of the day is in the country, the president should be respected. So back to the issue of the build of information in the ruling. The president is big. He can obtain any information he needs. And so don't say because a note of assignment hasn't been issued, so it shows that there is no way possible for the president to know what's in the ruling and when is it going to come out. Don't try it. This is the president you're talking about. So, beside God are the men in the country. Whether you let Baka or you're not letting, beside God are Joe Baka. Joe Baka can decide that you and I exist in Liberia today. You and I exist. That's how powerful the president is. What are you liking your business? When Joshua was president, he controlled everything in the country. Even those who hate that we are to their teeth, those who did not want to see President we are exist in this country. When they were riding on Tottenham Boulevard, when President we are beginning coming with a convoy, you know, they were forced to park. It is just normal. What are you letting him? You let him. He has the power. He has the presidential blessing. So don't question the president and say it's not possible. Now, so the issue Alexa raised so that we can go to take calls. I mean, we'll take break and go take calls. Look, let me say this to our people. And for those of you who are playing the cash giveaway, keep coming in. We don't want to waste your time. At the appropriate time, we'll call you and give you a $20,000. Star 79 and star 70 hash is the code. Now, so the issue Alexa, you know, some of the issues she raised, which were very, very valid, is the fact that we are suspecting the authentic nature of this intervention, if we are to go by what Front Page Africa is reporting. Because Alexa said it, and I'm not going to dwell more on it. Why now? When this thing was at the embryo stage, when it was developing, when it did not grow teeth, when Richard Kuhn did not have serene, when Richard Kuhn did not have security bodyguards, when Kuhn did not have the fence to a horse in Banaville going up and they put in security camera there and changing all the tire in your horse, when those things were not happening, he should have called. When Jean Colette had not gone to Jonathan Fonati Kofa's office, Speaker Kofa's office, to bust it on camera, broad daylight, without court warrant. When Representative Luther Collins' hand was not broken by baton from officers who were ordered from LMP by the folks in authority. When all of the issues involving Capitol building going into flames and all of the different situations, at the time those things did not happen. When President Bouaga took Fonati Kofa to Italy to go meet the Pope.
Exactly.
When he took Kofa to Italy to go meet the Pope.
And it was being plotted behind him.
When Kofa told President Bouaga, Papa, we are here praying, yo. We seeing the Pope, we shaking the Pope hand, but the one moving beyond there, that you're picking Richard Kuhn doing it. Your United Party people in the house that didn't want in that blog, plus some of my own CDC men. Speaker Kofa told you. You were aware. If there was a need for intervention, you would have said, no, this man is working in line with our agenda. We submitted a budget at the legislature. When we were not able to prepare the first budget, we requested from this legislature to grant us the opportunity to use, I think, 4 million plus. This man, without hesitation, on a gavel, we got our money. This man has been doing something. So please, y'all stop whatever you're doing. In fact, as the standard bearer of the United Party and political leader of the UP, you have that influence to call United partisans who are lawmakers to say, look, do this, do that. Because not only are you a political leader, but you are the sitting president. Lawmakers, and whether you like it or not in this country, they are afraid of sitting president. You political leader, once you're not sitting president and you got power, they make it look like man.
When it's time reach, we'll
talk it. Because you get power. In fact, I get work past you. You know, yeah. I mean, people are quick to be ungrateful, right? So you have all of the chance to have communicated with the guys and make the initial intervention. Okay, you and Kofa came back from Italy. You came to Liberia. This thing was happening. To intervene, you would have gone there. Okay, let's assume you did not want to interfere with the business of another branch of government, as some of your partisans and supporters are arguing. Now, what about the draft national budget that was prepared by you through the Minister of Finance and Development Planning? What about that budget? When the budget is submitted to the legislature, it is submitted by the president through the Minister of Finance. The president can go there and say, yeah, the budget, yo. So the budget is often submitted through the finance minister. That's why they can say the president submitted the budget. When the president will submit the budget. So you prepare the budget now, President Barker. You knew all of these things. You are a leader who has, vast experience. Thanks to your propagandists and your partisans who made us to understand that you got over for the 2 years of governmental experience.
And you're wise.
So
Very wise.
a man of wisdom, what you would have done in that situation, Mr. President, with all due respect, was a look, gentlemen, what's happening? What is going on in this place? What does the rule say regarding how a speaker can be removed? Can I have a copy? My legal people, can you do an unbiased interpretation of what the rules of the House of Representatives, is having in it? Can we understand what's going on? At that level, at the embryo stage, when Kun was not elected by his colleagues, illegally, you would have stopped it. You would have called the rest of the guys to book. You would have called Prince Toll from District 8 and say, hey, you are a United Party lawmaker. Stop what you're doing. Richard Kun, you are a United Party lawmaker from District 11. You did not win. If you want to remove the man, get 49. If not 49, you can remove him. We need this country to be stable because this is our government. If anything happens in this country, we will be the ones who will be disgraced. Will receive the backlashes. That is what all of us anticipated, that our elderly presidential, our elderly president with all of the wisdom, the governmental wisdom, that's what we anticipated that he would have done. On the contrary, it did not happen. At the end of the day, we saw the police, the national police, under the instruction of Colonel Greg Como, my own good friend, instructing people to go to the headquarters of the the Capitol building and provide protection for one side of the group. Lawmakers divided into two, they fighting amongst themselves. But the police had a mandate to protect one side. And that's why I keep telling people, the police officer, what you see in the baton, they protected gear. I don't know how I would say it. But they get a remote. When you say pause, they will pause. When you say put African show on, the African show will go on. Select Muppet show, they will select. You holding the remote, you are the one who can change that TV. Exactly. You can change the TV to musical. You can change it to karate show. You can change it to gospel. Mm-hmm. The current president who is holding the TV, President Baka, he's the one deciding how the police can operate. Like I told you, the same professional police gave somebody water before, gave somebody food before when they were causing the very police and their bosses. But it depends on who's holding the remote, who's in charge.
Yeah.
So all of that time, allowing the police to be one-sided in the situation because the executive was supporting it, those are things that escalated the tension. Those are things that did not create the room for any possible intervention. And that's how they're supposed to say, better late than never. For me, I think that intervention is inappropriate. Intervention is inappropriate. And I'm going to say why. It is inappropriate. It is not time. What you call timely? It is not timely.
Long overdue.
It is long overdue. It should not even be happening right now. All I think President Baka should do, if we should consider the Front Page Africa publication to be very authentic and something, which of course we know it should be because Front Page is not an ordinary institution, if it is something to go by, like I said, the best thing I think President Baka would have done was to say, look, Richard Kun, we've done the politics of the day. We are running an arrest agenda. In the arrest agenda, there stands for agriculture. We are not discussing agricultural issue right now. The arrow in it there stands for road. The first arrow stands for road. We are not discussing road building. The second arrow there stands for rule of law. And since it is about rule of law, I think we should be concerned about the rule of law. In as much as the law says you should have 49 and you do not have it, although I want you to be my speaker, I want you to be the regime speaker, but please, for the sake of peace, for the sake of tranquility, and the sake of upholding the Constitution and other laws of our country, please go back to your District 11 office. Let Kofa be in your speaker office. The day I get 49, you know how to play your ball game.
Exactly.
But please, it is going to disgrace us.
And I think one of the things
That is what we needed from.
people are
That's what we
forgetting
needed.
here.
Uh-huh.
We're not saying do not remove a speaker.
Good.
We've always said if you want to remove a speaker, you know exactly what to do. Go back and follow the rules of the house and do what you're supposed to do.
That is it.
It is that simple.
That is it. So at the end of the day, if that had been your initial intervention, come on, the country would have applauded you. Look, let me say this to you, and if and let me be clear. I believe that in the future I will be a politician. I mean, I've been
In
clear
the
about it.
future.
In the future, I believe that I will be a politician. I believe that in the future I will be a part of one of the ruling. Let's say one of the regimes. I'll be part of one of the government in power. I'll be a policy maker in one of the government in power. Look, if we want to remove a speaker because we think he is not in line with our policy, we'll not find children to lead that effort. You know what I mean when I say children? We'll find people who are legislatively grounded, people who can have the influence on their colleagues. President Baka should be ashamed of those who were placed in charge of that speaker removal
Mhm.
because they wasted his money.
Oh, seriously.
They wasted the country time.
People who were supposed to be in the house, they were at a hotel or resort.
Laziness. And let me be honest with our people. If I'm into politics, we go directly for strategic operations. These are lawmakers, these are your friends. To talk to them, to get 49 men on the floor. Frantikova is just an individual. He is not even, Frantikova,
Just one man.
one man,
One man.
one individual. You can reduce his number.
And interestingly, a lot of you said, "Oh, we already have the number.
This is a whole government
we have the
operation,
number of people
right?
already."
I mean, there's a whole look politically. If our President Baka, those who receive the political capital, I'll be disappointed in you. I will not even allow you come closer to me to rehab
you can deliver now
because you can deliver. You see, find new players. Look in the legislature when you are submitting a bill. Let's say there is a bill. I don't want to mention the bill because when I become a lawmaker, that's one bill I want to bring forth. But let's say whatever the case
we're
is.
gonna keep it.
Yeah, maybe we'll keep it.
Yeah, we'll keep it for now.
Yeah, but assuming you want to present a bill that says on Sunday everybody should wear red t-shirt. On the legislative practices, you who bring in that bill, plus Alexa who you will ask to be always side you, like when you're drinking water, then she will say, like Oliver was saying, when everybody wear red t-shirt, they hope they will be red. You, Alexa, and the other person will be assisting Alexa. All of you become the sponsors of the bill. The sponsors of the bill. Go to Capitol Hill. If you're not in the situation, you can sack me from here. Every bill got sponsors. Either a single sponsor or there will be a main sponsor with different other individuals helping. The impeachment proceeding that you initiated against Speaker Kofa needed serious-minded sponsors. It needed people who would be men enough. Look, I don't want to say when Ellen Johnson Sirleaf wanted Ellen Styler out. I don't want to say that.
She understood.
But when the Unity Party government knew that Alice Jenica Tyler, my own Methodist Church brother from my own Methodist Church father from James Edward Marshall UMC, when they wanted Speaker Tyler out because he formed his own political party, Ellen did not go looking for small beginning in the house who could not withstand tension, who didn't understand legislative flow fighting and navigation.
Who were charged
No, Ellen did not do that.
legislatively.
Ellen went for James Emmanuel Nukwe. Speaker Tyler was sitting. James Nukwe said, Mr. Speaker, with all due respect, I'm paraphrasing now.
Mhm.
He said, there is a report on you from the Global Witness that you are this, you are that. You cannot be our speaker. Today, Honorable Nukwe is in the Senate. Honorable Nukwe was clear. He confronted Alice Tyler on the floor. Tyler was seated in his speaker seat. They didn't go behind the house and say, we don't want you. How come you want to remove somebody you don't want to stand to see the person eye to eye? No serious politician can do that thing. That's scary politicians. You want to remove the man. You call yourself sponsors of the remover. You are proponents of the remover, but you don't want to sit in the same place with him to confront him. I don't want to say that's cowardice in nature, but
It is cowardice.
trust me, my dear people, it doesn't show any vigor. Look, if I'm President Baka, I tell all of you, I tell the EP, I say, except we go to State of the Nation address, I don't want to see the minute of my horse. No, I'm being honest about it.
You have a restraining order like right away.
Oh yeah, except we meet to State of the Nation address, I don't want to see the minute of my horse anymore. The minute lazy. To get for the 9 human being up the Capitol Hill with all of the money that pass around in the place.
And where you were supposed to go
Huh?
to raise your issue,
Huh?
you actually abandoned.
You abandon all the places you
abandoned
sort of
where you were supposed
sort
to
of
go.
raise your issues. You
Then you
abandon
went
it.
to a hotel.
You went to a hotel. You come out. You go sit down John Chamber. Come on.
So in fact, you ran away
Nuku-
from the man you were supposed to confront.
Speaker Nukwe then went.
know?
Speaker Nukwe then went to the chamber and they looked in the face of Speaker Tyler and said, "Honorable Speaker, didn't I ruin you? Honorable Speaker,
You have
you have a case against you. You got to recuse yourself." Speaker Tyler, oh man, I met the man was only gavel. Order, and it was there. All of what they could do at the end of the day, Speaker Tyler felt the need to resign because he could not be presiding on a floor where the Bennett just, consistently, and before himself, he said, okay, I will resign for the sake of expediency. Not that he was not willing to fight more, but because there were men in charge of the removal attempt.
And that was one thing we pointed out.
Mhm.
You want to have Fonati Kofa removed as speaker, granted. But how are you going to do it?
No strategy.
No strategy at all.
No
You started
strategy.
that, you have majority of the House of Representatives, the members.
So
You have them, you have the number.
Uh-huh.
So are you going there to confront him? Are you going to raise your issue?
Good. Because that's what the law says. You got to go and confront him.
Exactly.
When you have the number, he will recuse himself. Turn him when he recuses himself from the bench, the next in line through the ascendancy clause, which will be the deputy speaker, will assume his role. The deputy speaker would then sit a motion on the floor and say there is a concern by a good portion of our colleagues for the 9 of them on record with the clerk. Unless people don't want to tell me from behind the microphone to Kevin Capitol building.
Not now. We're working on that. Not now.
They want to tell me from behind the microphone to Kevin Capitol building.
Not
That's
now.
how the law is.
But we're not supposed to be teaching you.
The
your
deputy
own
speaker,
thing.
the
Like,
deputy speaker will come out and say, the senior colleagues, for the 9 of our colleagues on record of the clerk of this House of Representatives have complained our speaker of wearing black t-shirt, of being a crewman from Grances, of wearing clean eyeglasses, of going to America every Tuesday, and he's saying a smile too many times. We need a decision to be made on it. I need 2 motions. I need a motion, or I need 2 inputs before a motion. Somebody come, oh yeah, you know what? The judge brought it. Let table A will discuss all the other issue at the end of the session. Then we'll get back to it. I was saying no, based on the nature of it, let us do this. Yeah.
And interestingly, that's something we talked about earlier.
Mhm.
I remember Oliver started. That was it in November or in December?
Mhm.
We've gone far with this whole Capitol Hill saga, so I can forget sometimes when we started.
Mhm.
And Oliver laid that clearly when we just started, because we have had different moments in Liberia where speakers are removed or later on they resign based on the pressure and how it was. So we actually expected that the people who are lawmakers or people who still want Kofa not to be their speaker would have actually tenured their claims on the floor.
Mhm.
But that did not happen. One day you get up in the morning, you're going to have we have a list of lawmakers, and this is the majority.
So in 1 second, let's announce that in the next 4 minutes we'll be giving out $20,000. So those of you who are there, you want to win the money, it's up to you. In the next 4 minutes, we'll be giving out $20,000 to those of you who are following. So star 799 star 70 hash will put you in the process. So look, that's what I was saying. So it's just simple thing. The guys will come and say, look, chief, he will ask, what do we do? And at the end of this, somebody will say, based on the request from our colleagues and based on our standing rules, rule XYZ, in reference to removal of the speaker, this, I so move that the speaker, having been complained by 49 of our colleagues, or 50 of our colleagues, or maybe 51 of our colleagues, a number exceeding our benchmark for those who are supposed to complain the speaker for a removal. I so move that the speaker be submitted to our Committee on Rules, Order, and Administration for subsequent investigation. After which, in accordance with our rules, a decision will be made in this plenary, maybe our next sitting, our sitting after next, or in 2 weeks' time. You're already in the number now. You already got 49, right?
Yeah, of course.
Somebody will say, so second. Chief, I will come out and say it has been moved and seconded by Representative Yaga Kolba that the speaker be sent to the Committee on Rules of Administration in 2 weeks' time. This plenary on the report that will be submitted by the Committee on Rules of Administration will then take a decision. All those in favor say yeah, contrary, nay. Boom, Tifa, now the hammer.
You're done.
We're done.
You
Go to
go
the
on
chief clerk.
next,
Chief
next,
clerk, next. From the cover, you'll be walking on a small one on eyeglasses. And small on eyeglasses. You go and sit down in the chair. All like that now you can be shamed sometimes. You go by in your office. Then the chairman on rules of the administration after session will go to you in your office and say, Chief, or they'll call you and say, Chief, when do you come for your investigation? Then Kofa will go to the investigation and say, no, but people say I can wear a red t-shirt, aren't you? My t-shirt that cream, but maybe because it can be like that, what they can say red. He will provide all of his defenses to all the accusations. The committee will write all his responses to the issues brought forward against him in the petition that was submitted by the 49, the 51, or the 52. They'll come out to the house. They said, based on the investigation, the committee was able to interrogate Speaker Kofa. Kofa said he can wear black shoe, the shoe he can wear that green shoe. So based on the report, the committee have recommended that this plenary take a decision based on the response from Speaker Kofa. What's the weight and pleasure that Tifa talking to? One person will say, I so move that this body in its sitting, either 60 days sitting or 30 days sitting, take a decision on the report that was made by the Rules and Administration Committee. Boom, they may make a motion. The chief say, yeah. So with this, all those in favor of the petition to be granted, say yeah, put your hand up, let's check it. Or all those in favor of the accused, because obviously Kofa will say I should not be removed. So they were asking, he will say I should not be. So all those who are in support of the speaker, put your hand up. And for the now already who sang?
Okay, you remember me already.
For the now already sang. The same for the now what sang? The same for the now
Go
come
ahead,
out and
exactly.
put a hand up and say, we not want you. I don't care how you explain, say my t-shirt not black, a blue. They say, we not want you, we not want you. The vote, once not want you, Kofa will go in your office, you give me 2 weeks. I got 2 days. Everyone come from Pinsville to come of Martinez. That's the law. Until that can happen, simple. But you're not do the thing. You're going to waste JMB money. Yeah, at the end of the day, you keep the paper in the kind of situation.
Say you want intervene.
You disgrace the man. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's very, very terrible. You can't do that.
If you know say we'll come back to the board again to negotiate, why we started okay.
Yeah. It's very terrible. You can do it. It doesn't make sense at all. So star 799 star 70 hash. Let's do that quickly. Star 799 star 70 hash. We are going to be giving somebody else right now. We're going to give somebody else 20,000 Liberian dollars. Who could that person be? Yes. So we're giving the next 3, 4, 10 seconds to give somebody 20,000. We'll come back. We'll open up the lines. We'll talk more about the Nima County issue. Then we go to open the lines. But star 799 star 70 hash. Star 799 star 70 hash will give you $20,000. Who could that person be? Okay, we're giving you time also you can win. Yeah, we're giving you time. 1 minute. So it's 5:23. By 5:24, we'll be knocking the machine to see who will be one of the recipients of the $20,000 here. So let's see if we can start. The machine is turning. You still have the chance to put your number through. You can tell if your number is entering. That's when the 20K will come outside. So let's go. Okay, all right, let's go. Yes, let's talk to this person. So by the time we are done, we're coming back. To talk about the NEMA issue. Then we take some calls. So let's see if we can call this person. Let's see if we can call this person quickly. Let's see if we can call.
Yellow valued subscriber.
Let's
The
see if we can call
subscriber
this
you're trying
person
to reach
quickly.
is currently out of coverage area.
$20
Please call again.
$20,000. The person is out of coverage area. The rule says we must call you 2 more times. After the
village
first
people
time, we
should
must call
not
you 2
try.
more times. Yep. After we call you, we must call you 2 more times. Okay. All right. Let's see what the person is. Let's see who this person is. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
How you doing, ma'am?
Fine.
My name is KOK. What's your name?
Josephine Nelson.
Is it the name registered on your mobile money number?
Yes.
Josephine Nelson.
Yes.
Joe, what are you laughing for?
I always winning now.
Oh, Josephine Nelson. How many times did you
Yeah.
play, Jojo?
This morning I played 10 times.
Mm-hmm.
Then after 2, I played 3 times.
How many times you play on my show today? Quickly, let's go.
6 times.
6 times. Explain
Yeah.
how you play quickly. Let's go and give you some money.
Star 799 star 70 hash.
Star 799 star 70 hash, and that was you use
LD.
LD number 2. Okay, Jojo. Congratulations. You will check your telephone. You will receive some money. $20,000 will land on your telephone. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, Jojo. When you receive it, call us right back.
All right.
Okay, you're welcome. So yeah, so we still got more and more money to go. You can still win. Star 799 star 70 hash will give you 20,000 like Jojo Nelson. That's what it is. So you didn't do that, and you wasted the paper money. Now the paper is in a whole big mess to go and be begging. You think Kofa will agree? Kofa will sit down.
If I put himself in that mess now, if
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah.
And there are certain people, Oliver, they wouldn't say I'm going to leave this. No.
That's what we are saying.
So
Pape, at this level, leave it.
the thing that will happen, that it happen.
That money, that government money, the money lost is spoiled. You spoil it because you guys did not have any good use for it. You had that money being wasted when the when MCSS teachers were complaining about support to their educational sojourn. You know, and that's how the children were protesting here when the government sponsored lawmakers to go and settle RLJ hotel and spend over 2 months. Not 2 months, over 3 months they spent to RLJ.
It's long over there.
That was money being spent. So you wasted all that money. Don't think about the money that was wasted. Don't think about all of the different things that happened. It is a wasted battle. And there is something about wanting to use lie to cover another lie.
It can work. It
doesn't work that way.
It's really difficult.
It doesn't work that way. By the way, there is a missing boss. Information will be announcing. You know, there is a missing boss. The boss is wanted. We'll call the boss number. You know, we'll read that out when we're about to take break. But trust me, it doesn't work that way, my people. It doesn't work that way. Don't do it. It's a bad game. The next time, find good players to go and fight on the floor. Don't find people who can convince the other people. For the 9 movie, you can get it. A whole government, you can get 49 persons. One small cover, you can take 49 human beings from infant cover. A whole government. Leave the thing. Stop delaying us. And the most interesting part of it, Alexa, not interesting anyway. The sad part of it is the fact that this is happening to the very government. You're doing it to your government. If Richard couldn't truly care for this Unity Party regime, Alexa, he will stop. Because you know why? When your regime is having this kind of division, the negative image will affect the administration. With all the way President Sali had 2 different speaker removers, it now reached to the level. I remember Edward Snow was removed, Alexa. Tyler was removed. With those 2 removers, it didn't reach to that level. It didn't reach to that kind of this extreme era. It didn't reach there. To the point where all over the place, Susan Noise, another performer, a foreign president will come here and refuse to
Everybody.
recognize,
ECOWAS,
ECOWAS, got
ECOWAS trying to
Alice
intervene.
Talaton, ECOWAS can't play it down. If ECOWAS came here, maybe that one time. But ECOWAS can't here, they go. The ECOWAS will come, they go. European, all kind of people just coming. If it is not working, nobody say you can attempt to remove the man and you fail and go back. No, you can do it in as much as you get what is required in the law. And so you guys wasted the money. There should be no reason why you got to hold the country hostage. If you want to make Richard Kuhn the speaker, good.
Go ahead, but do what you're supposed to do before.
Richard Kuhn can turn the cars over. Call Conor Greco, my good friend. Turn the police car over and the police people call Sam Gay. Sam Gay, not my friend. And send. What are you laughing for? And send the EPA man over. Send all the cars over. Then you sit down and you go by the Capitol building, right? When you go by the Capitol building, you go for it. Small, you can get out. I've seen people and be putting it on your arm.
No, yeah.
DJ Blue, come. That you the DJ, can sound so we can throw the speaker down. DJ Blue sound. Hey, all of me can sound. Small. As soon as you get 49, you call the 49 together. The 49 will get, you're waiting for all to go confronting. You say, yeah, tomorrow let's go to session and tell you, say, we not want him. Let's stick together. That's it. If you do that and follow your rules and you remove him, bingo.
No one's on your case though.
But like Alessa said, and I'm going to recap, the issue of the puppet is belated, my dear people. For me, if I had a chance to have advised the president, I would tell him, focus on the other things that happen. They won't waste. They already waste. I think the Basel can say, what a waste, a waste. Some kind of way they can say in Basel, I don't know. But what a waste, a waste. Is the crying over spilled milk. You're not going to make progress. It's like fetching water in basket. If you get a basket and say, go to the river, go hot water. You put a basket, by the time you leave the river banks, you're not even reaching the river banks. The water finish. You're not going to make progress. That's what this government is doing. Leave it. At the end of the day, if the lawmakers themselves won't cover, they will remove him. Anytime you want to do something, when it hits, don't force it. Even those of us who are noted for driving on raw roads, when you enter in the mud, and you won't go and the mud sticking you up, they can put a car in for wheel and come behind. When you come behind, your car block and go and tear in the mud. What thing holding it there? That rack, we move the rack. That is stick, we move the stick. We put dry palm branches there. Put dry leaves. Put other stick there. Put some rack there. When you go over now you just go, you pass smoothly. So the way you go, it hits because people like Emmanuel down in there, all the other men in there, Fogo in there. When you come out and you go to Fogo, you say, Fogo, I mean, let's talk. We got money, man. This and that. Perhaps Fogo man could change. The other man could change, and you can do what you want to do. But don't stop wasting the country time. Because it's not going to help us. It is not helping us. It is not. Now let's just talk about this NIMA thing in 7 minutes election, and I'm hoping that this will happen. Look, the images we're getting from NIMA County, the images are not good. During the 2023 elections, it was reported by Garrison Yellow. Garrison Yellow is currently a senatorial candidate in NIMA County. That when he went to campaign for the CDC and President Ware, he was being attacked by members of the Unity Party Alliance and the MDR people on multiple occasions. There was a point in time he said he was on the radio station. He was sitting on the radio in Nimba when the guys went and surrounded the station decided to attack him. And several other attacks. People died in Nimba County. I'm told they used single barrel guns. Okay. Yeah, during the elections, they did that in the 2023 elections. Now, our electoral process should be void of violence. It should be void of violence. When you watch the video, I don't know if I have the video, or perhaps we'll play it tomorrow if they need be. The guys were complaining that people reportedly from Koga's camp started fighting them, preventing Madam Edith Ware from going into a particular town. I don't know the name of the town. But that's what they were saying. It should not be. If Sam Koga is the choice of the Nima people, they will make him senator. If Mark Bouillon, if this is the choice of the Nima people, they will make him senator. If Ida Gongo Ware is the choice of the Nima people, she will become the senator. Regardless of whatever, let the people be allowed to make their decisions. Let the people have their will to decide who become the leader of their county. Intimidation, using guns, exhibiting violent postures would not solve the problem. It is not going to be good for our democracy. We should not return, to lawlessness. It may have happened in 2023 and people did not herald it, people did not talk more about it. It should become a routine. In as much we see this place as our stronghold, nobody can here. You can't use single barrel, we do intimidation tactics. You will need to go and get some votes from other counties to make you president. Why are the people in that county say this place is our own stronghold?
What are you going to do?
We'll not allow you kind of campaign. That's civil conflict coming in the country. Is that what we want in the country? No, we do not want it. Every single Liberian should have the right to go to any part of the country to campaign. He or she deserves it. It is a constitutional right that should not be deprived of. That nobody should be deprived of. Nobody should be deprived of their constitutional right. Nobody. You see that? Nobody. So don't be doing that to people. You can do that. You can do that. You can do that to people. You see that? You can do that to people. Why are you fighting? Why are you guys fighting? And it has been reported that some Koga team doing it. Koga, as we speak, is being supported by VP Kun, the vice president. Vice President Kun is being supported by the Unity Party. In essence, the Unity Party is supporting Samuel Koga in Nimba County. I'm not from Nimba. I have no voting right in Nimba. But we hear political wars from the streets of Nimba County, especially from the streets of Ganta, Sanikwere, other big cities, Tapeta. Nimbayans are complaining about how disappointed. Nimbayans are expressing how disappointed they are in this administration. And one thing that VP Kun and the rest of the other people from the MDR who are supporting Koga and still in alliance with the Unity Party, one thing they are not telling the Unity Party folks is the fact that typical Nimbayans are having issues with the Unity Party government. Our investigation has shown that the issue they are having with the Unity Party government is as a result of the things the late Senator Prince Johnson said prior to his death. Prior to his death. Yeah, prior to his death. The things he said. They expressed their views on how this man was worried about war crime code discussion being initiated by a government he supported barely 6 months after the government came to power. And one of the recordings that's making hair waves in Nima County is the part that Senator Johnson is heard. Peace to his ashes, may his soul rest in peace. Is the part where he said, I went to my son Kun and asked Kun, so Kun, what is happening? And he said, Papa, let Fatah go find lawyer. Nimbayans are saying, if that lawyer business, our Papa,
you have money.
We're looking, we forget about your money. We would have raised money to find lawyer for him. Our pa did not leave George Weah, because of lawyer. People came and told him, say, Papa, George Weah, George Weah already in presidency. His second term, when he become president, it's possible he can turn you over because he will not be running again.
Yeah, he wouldn't have time again to get your support.
People went to Senator Johnson and told him that, Papa, they may we brought George Weah, although he being our road from Ganta to Sanikwele, from Sanikwele towards the local tour border. He's doing some projects here in Nimba, including the Ganta City Hall. But if you get him in the presidency again, If possible, the white people will put pressure on him and he will turn you over because he knows that you'll not come at Nima again for vote. So move from behind here, jump behind another person. Nibarians are saying that's why the Pape left. Couple of other internal issues he may have had with some people in President we have, government and party. But that's the key reason. I'm not from Nimba, but those are worries on the streets of Nimba. And so because of it, they're saying, hey, our godfather left a place where he had all of the benefits almost every holiday. President we have send people to operate with the Pape. He left in the midst of everything. He went. And you started bringing the same war crime code to him. When he went to ask you, his own son, the VP, why are you doing this to us? And the only thing you could tell him, as our VP, our brother, is, oh, Pape, let Fatazing, lawyer. Yeah, Alexa, let me see what I can find it. The liar can say what? My witness
across the river.
Across the river, yeah. Let me see what I can find the evidence. Oh no. No. Hold on. I will find it. Trust me, I will find it. Let me see. Oh, FCR. Okay. Let me see. I'll find it. All right.
In my corner, if you hear my preaching most Sunday, yeah, I don't talk. Yeah, I don't talk.
Okay.
Because
listen.
I saw you made mistake.
Father.
I heard you last night. Me and Kun indeed to move Kufa. Absolutely, after the whole election, and in my corner, if you hear my preaching most Sunday, you will conclude that I'm right. Will you rescue as a nomenclature after winning? The broadcaster don't even answer my phone.
Thank you. Are you listening? This is the senator speaking. Now I'm telling you why Nimbayans are gradually rejecting the choice of the Unity Party in the county. I'm not living in Nimba, but Nimbayans call on a daily basis and they tell us the people love Senator Johnson so well. They believe in him, they trust him, they respect him. They see him as their hero. Regardless of how other people saw him, they see Senator Johnson as a beacon of hope for them, a man who made them who they are. Yeah, my people, these recordings are being played in Nima County. And so the guys are like our power was not happy with this government. So why should the government come out to us and decide who become our senator and decide who replaces him?
Hello?
Eric?
Yeah, man.
My son, you made mistake.
Father.
I heard you last night. Me and Kun indeed to move Kufa. Absolutely, after the whole election, and in my corner, if you hear my preaching most Sunday, you will conclude that I'm right. Will you rescue as a nomenclature after winning? The broadcaster don't even answer my phone. They don't pick me up. They don't lay me down. They don't even have time. Yeah, I don't talk. Yeah, I don't talk because.
Can you imagine? These are recordings playing in Nimba in the butchers. They are hearing their godfather explaining how he was being mistreated, how he was treated badly by this government. And so when they see a government-supported candidate in the county, what do you think they will do? They will not want to support him. Perhaps they will go to Allah, they supporting him to get some of the money out of him to deceive him. And so obviously, when you notice that there are complaints that the Koga team start fighting other people or either Monakaya, that's a sign of being defeated.
And the essence of campaign, Oliver, is to give candidates the opportunity to talk to voters.
Oh yeah.
And I know sometimes traditionally someone will say, "Don't go here."
You should not be doing
do
it.
not intimidate people with what you're going to do.
They're
Going to go in your space. You're supposed to reach out to voters, and they will be the ones making the decision.
Look, so the Nimbayans that we know, Nimbayans are sound people. They are very good in their judgment, regardless of whatever you think. Mm-hmm. But these people, my dear people, these people know 100% what their late godfather went through in the hands of the Unity Party government. I'm not the one saying it. This is his voice, Senator Johnson. Peace to his ashes. May his soul rest in peace.
And in my corner, if you hear my preaching most Sunday, you will conclude that I'm right. Will you rescue as a nomenclature after winning? The broadcaster don't even answer my phone. They don't pick me up. They don't let me down. They don't even have time.
Thank you. So these are reasons why Representative Koga is not having the reception he should be having as a government sponsor candidate. Look, a government sponsor candidate should not be fighting other people. And I said that you, the government, giving all the money.
You have nothing to worry about.
You got money.
You have resources.
You got the police. You got everybody.
You have everything to
a
reach
government
out.
sponsor candidate should not be fighting people.
So why are you trying to intimidate
people should be
other candidates?
People should be
when you're supported strongly
by the government.
By the government of the day.
People should be gravitating to you. But the reason why people are not gravitating to you in Nima County is because they know that the party that is supporting you, they may not have had personal problem with you as Koga. Apparently, they want you to be their senator because you are one of their sons. But those who bring in you, there was something said about them by their political godfather. And because of what was said about those who are supporting you by their late godfather, it's a transfer aggression you are going through, Koga. If Koga doesn't win this election, it's because of how Unity Party treated Prince Johnson. Peace to his ashes. I mean, this is my political analysis about the Nima elections. If Koga doesn't win this process, it will be as a result of how the Unity Party treated the late Senator Johnson. It is not me, Alexa. It is not Alexa saying it. It is the senator himself. May his soul rest in peace when he was on earth.
The broadcaster don't even answer my phone. They don't pick me up. They don't let me down. They don't even have time. I'm in my corner. If you hear my preaching most Sunday, you will conclude that I'm right. Will you rescue as a nomenclature after winning? The broadcaster don't even answer my phone. They don't pick me up. They don't let me down. They don't even have time.
So if Koga doesn't win this election, it will be as a result of how Unity Party treated this papi. Then at the end of the day, he, to make matter worse, and he said, Baga ain't picking a phone, Baga not picking up, Baga ain't doing one. Then he went to Senator Kun, Vice President Kun, and said, Kun, you my son. How you sitting outside the papi and the papi bringing work and code to me? What did Kun say? Kun said, let fat assing, go find lawyer. The buyers are saying, our pie did not want lawyer. Our pie was not hungry for lawyer. Our pie wanted political protection. That's why he left WIA. That's why he went to you people. So you could not provide political protection for him. You should have told him in 2023 he would have remained with the devil he knew than the angel you were promising him. That's why Koga is finding hard time in Nima. That's why Koga is finding hard time in Nima. Nothing else. Nothing else.
Because God knows why it's happening. And everything I will accept it because our son Kun is vice president to him from Nimba. The Nimba people will not understand if I start hating on Breaker. The Senate started a trap for Breaker. When we are wrote, the Senate is normally there, and you know where he's just thinking all kind of way Breaker over teaching. They did a resolution. All that they almost signed to Yombi house. Then they brought it that Tuesday morning. They didn't tell me they had it for me. Oh, then when I heard what was happening, it was remain 2% to sign. That was me, that was Bani, Jim Bani. But when I went to Kun, I said, what is going on? You were here when we had sent paper, and you were here with our own leadership, and we sent the report with all documents, legal documents, to guide where. Then Baga benefited from the 2010 decision by the Supreme Court to be involved in the election in 2011 because he was not wrong with them.
You're right.
He benefited.
You're right.
Then after serving a Barbara for 12 years now, he's now president now. We finished campaign for that kind of woman, then he wants to persecute us. You guys going to persecute us? So what is going on with Kun? Then Kun said, well, what I will do for you is to help you with lawyers. Your partners in Golo. Then Baga benefited from the 2010 decision by the Supreme Court to be involved in the election in 2011 because he was not wrong with them.
You're right.
He benefited.
You're right.
Then after serving a Barbara for 12 years now, he's now president now. We finished campaign for that kind of woman, then he wants to persecute us. You guys going to persecute us? So what is going on with Kun? Then Kun said, well, what I will do for you is to help you with lawyers. Your partners in Golo.
You hear that? Let 5,000 go over lawyer.
It was from who offered my own son offered that I went and found a resolution.
These are things on the minds and lips of Nibayans.
And people are still listening and playing these audios.
And Representative Koga, if the people are not gravitating to your campaign, it's because they know what the party that are supporting you did to their father.
Live update, chaotic situation at the Nema United community.
Oh yeah, I mean this one is in Monrovia, on the highway going towards the Fender area. Now, so my thing is, Ella, you heard it right from the Pape. So the people are aware of what the Pape went through. They may not hate Koga personally, but the people who pushing Koga to go be senator. And that's why almost as I treated your security man bad. Then security man that. Then I carry up. That person say, let the person be your security man. Elisa, you will trust that person to be. You will trust that person who are bringing to be your security person. When I disturb your other security man, when you use a worry, it ain't important something happen to him. Then I tell you, say, oh, Elisa, see your first security man who I used to disturb, and something happened to him. He passed away. Let new security man he will replace your. No. Yeah, let's not do that one. It means maybe something different happening. But that's why people are not gravitating to you, Honorable Koga. But it doesn't mean something else. But that's why it is. We gotta go to the lines, my dear.
Just before we go to the lines, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to say this: whenever we have an electioneering periods in Liberia or any parts of the world, I think it is important to put this out there. During the 2023 general elections, we talked about that. People should not be violent. No, violence should never be the answer to some of your messages you're giving out to voters. If you have your supporters, make sure you tell them to do what you're supposed to do responsibly.
Okay.
Because if you have people involving into violent activities, Oliver, it is not really good because people will get hurt, people will lose their lives. We saw that 2023 general elections.
Okay.
Some of the very people lost their lives, and today we're here. So we do not want that. As a candidate, if you trust yourself and you trust your message you're giving out, you don't have to intimidate other candidates. No, it doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
It doesn't.
It doesn't make any sense. That's what it is from Alexa. So a yellow color bus, Hyundai 2005 color bus with plate number B2205 is wanted. If you know where you can see a yellow Hyundai color bus 2005 B2205, you can contact any of the police stations. Contact any of the police stations. That bus is wanted. The police will contact the headquarters and the information will go through the police system. That is what it is. A yellow Hyundai color bus with plate number 2205 is wanted. I mean, it's missing. The people want it, and that's why it is. So yes, let's go and talk to our callers. 0886 500 104 0776 104 104. Let's see whether this person too has received their money. Let's see if this person has received their money right away at this moment. Let's see if this person has received their money. Okay.
Yeah, I've been calling, but no answer.
Okay, how much did you receive?
20
what?
20,000. Thank you.
$20,000. Thank you very much. I don't know why they can be afraid to mention how much they received.
The other guy, the last now, he said, "Okay, I can turn up."
Yeah, the man say you gotta leave the place and go in the corner. But $20,000 to our mother. Other people are receiving their own portion of the money. We will not call all. Maybe DJ Mavis will come and call the rest of them. But let's talk to this caller. Good evening. Let's hear you. How you doing? Quickly, no time.
Hello, okay, Alyssa. This is Melinson from New Jersey.
Go ahead, Yadolo.
Thank you so much for just analyzing the situation with Samuel Koga and Jeremiah Kun in Nimba County.
Mm-hmm.
All of us in Liberia, we know how PYG was instrumental in helping 3 people to become president of Liberia.
That's
through
right.
influence in Nimba County.
That's right.
And those people that he brought to power, they treated him with respect. Ellen treated him with respect. We are treating him with respect. We are asked for he talking to be like a father.
Mm-hmm.
He brought Bwaka and Jeremiah Kun to power. The black is normal. The excommunicated in the what Jehovah's Witnesses people can do to their member who do not follow the adultery.
Mm-hmm.
PYJ said in a church that Bwaka cannot talk to him. Black is normal.
But
he said that me today.
I just play the thing.
He said, I mean today, Boga again, Toto. And the kind of frustration, everything out of it. PYJ could go to Darrell Dillon to beg him to pay Boga to get job to his daughter. Darrell Dillon said it. That speaks volume about PYJ and Jeremiah relationship. And today that man died. The parade in Nima County throwing money. The thing Nibarian are stupid. We are calling on Nibarian. The money Jeremiah Kun is wasting in the country. You all take it and eat it and vote against Samuel Koga. The Jeremiah Kun man, his father was a very poor man and a drunkard. His father was not rich.
No.
The money he wasting in the country, you all take it and eat it and vote against Samuel Koga.
Excuse me, sir.
They love you for guy for Prince Johnson.
Excuse me,
love
sir.
cannot be transferred.
Excuse me, sir.
They love the guy for Prince Johnson cannot be transferred.
Similarly, crime cannot be transferred. Don't transfer what the VP doing to APA. Thank you very much. We leave you right there. Okay, we leave you right there. Let's talk to the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing, man?
We are great, my dear brother. What's your name? Where you join us from? No time.
Oh, yeah. How you doing, Oliver? My name is John Papi. I'm calling from the U.S.
Go ahead, Papi.
You know, Jeremiah Kun is not the guy that had the representing me, my people here, the Samuel guy. The way they treated the late Johnson. Johnson was a good man. I saw that man doing the 1990 war right in Gibraltar. I'm a Gibraltar. Yeah, Johnson is a very good guy. Even though he had a bad side, but Prince Johnson was a very good man. But the way the Bwaka administration treated that papi, it was very bad. But God will pay him there. That's what I'm going to say.
Okay, we leave you right there, Jem Papi from the U.S. Let's talk to this other person on the line. What is the name? Where do you join us from? Go ahead, quickly.
Good afternoon, K. This is Abdullah Olafale and speak to you from Christopher.
Go ahead, Golafale. Let's hear you.
Yeah, you all may know that there was a coup d'etat that was launched on the speaker. So in the coup d'etat, there was a resolution in that coup d'etat saying that no retreat, no surrender. If the men do not surrender, nobody will retreat. And the president was part of that coup d'etat. Now the speaker, Richard Kwon, and his team with the majority black, they noticed to him and said that they begin to retreat. So there's a warning shot happening to him that we're going to put an impeachment bill for him. Now the president is hardly in the hot water with the majority black. Mind you, when the bill surface on the floor, the majority black and the minority black, it will definitely give the president a hard time. This is why you see the president is not sitting. Last time at 10 to 11, the Supreme Court, one of the magistrates, this president, why are they doing that? So the president is saying, how was the I think something's going to happen somewhere. If the president do not do it, we will better like what he's been doing.
Okay,
it's one regrettable part about the president. Thank you very much for putting me the time.
Thank you very much. We leave you right there. We talk to this person. Hello, sir. How are you? How you doing?
How you doing? Great. This area Toba.
Go ahead, Pat Tokba. Let's hear you, sir.
The president should not waste our time on the issue of political and majority black. He want to fool over, but he can't work. VCA, if you want to do something to cover a need, tell Rachel Kun leave for office. That's the only solution. Rachel Kun, as I'm talking now, take your team over office. The Supreme Court will give the ruling will be in favor of that. But without that, who or Kofa cannot leave the issue. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. Let's talk to this other person. Go ahead. We're great, Chief.
Yeah, I'm Saka calling for this 15.
Go ahead, Chief. Let's hear you.
Yeah.
District 16, let's hear you. Hello, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Go ahead.
What I'm saying, I'm really disappointed in this government. What we said, for example, what we said that, you get for the 2 years experience. Really, and for me, I'm voting for this government.
Stop lying. You voted. Stop lying. You didn't vote for the government.
For me?
You.
Brother, I will not lie to you. You understand? I will not lie to you. You don't party my party. Say anything.
Okay.
Up to the end of the end. You understand? My brother confused going to vote for the party, but already, I don't want to go to vote. But oh, brother, don't vote, don't listen to it. This one I want to vote. But really, for me, most of all are, disappointed. The way things going. Look at it, so much what it takes to the speaker. Some of us have said to themselves that, we even, overnight for the Thomas Street.
Okay.
I want to go there. So I complete fully everything.
Okay, my brother. I understand how angry you are. Thank you very much. I understand your emotions. I mean, let's say sometimes, when you have trust in something and it's not working, you feel so This person, let's talk to you, Peter Lane. Go ahead quickly. We'll talk to two more. We're out of time. Let's hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, Oliver, good evening.
Good evening. No time.
I ran. I've been following the show. Let me say congratulations and good evening to Alexa.
Thank you and welcome.
Oliver, I think for the argument for a bill of information, we know that what exactly the ruling from the Supreme Court was going to be like. And the reason why you see Mr. Bwaka even putting hold to that, it is because it's against him. He has broken the rule of law. First of all, the courts or even the legislature didn't recognize Rachel Kuhn's speakership, but he's recognizing and start working with Rachel Kuhn. So just imagine, I hear people say all the time that they should follow the rule of law to remove Speaker Kofa. What exactly has he done? What crime has he committed?
That one, the lawmaker will decide. But let them have their numbers first. That's what we want to know. Mm-hmm.
So there is even the lawmaker themselves know very well that Kofa is a legitimate speaker. This is why you see, with all the money that is spent, they are not still able to get that numbers of people to remove. And last thing, okay, when it comes to the issue of Nema County,
quickly,
you see, the campaign message should be about what you have done or what you're going to do for your people. But the only campaign message that Koga has to tell the people in Nema is that he related to Prince Johnson, he replacing Prince Johnson, he is a Zoe, he's going to replace a Zoe. Is that really what the people want to hear? I mean, I just pray and hope that our people in Nema County, their eyes will be open to make the right decision. Because Koga has nothing to offer to people of Nema County.
We'll leave you right there, Peter Lynn. Peter, let's take the last caller on this particular side. Go ahead. You're the last. Okay, that person is gone off. Let's talk to this last one. You're the last person. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I am a blessed child. Okay, this is Edmond Carr.
Go ahead, Edmond.
You know what happened here?
No.
Waka is drowning, and he don't want to drown alone. He want to go down with the Chief Justice and the Associate Justices of the Supreme Court bench. Because Waka happened here. Since he could not listen to intervene, the Supreme Court had a bill of information pending to hear the bill of information. It was the time that he was supposed to come in. But from that side, we are not lawyers. We are not legally enough to know, but from the hearing that we listen to that day, what I can say is what I gave to the Associate Justice of the Supreme Court point that decision cannot change. The ruling will be the majority have been operating is legally. It will be clear.
Thank you.
They can do all the time. So we like to take 100 years, that ruling will come. It's late for Waka, let you just forget it. Nothing can be changed. If that happens, as I said, meaning since he is not drowning, he also wants the Supreme Court bench to also drown along with him. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Edmond K. Kai. We got to go home. Alexa, we'll be here on tomorrow. But like I said,
we're gonna be here on tomorrow, okay? But until then, I hope we'll get to a point where what the Supreme Court is supposed to rule on, we're going to see that. We don't know when it is going to be. If it is going to be this week or next week, we don't know. But we hope we get there.
Okay. So until we return up tomorrow, have a wonderful time. This song, I keep enjoying it.
Eat your show.
Eat your show. DJ Summer featuring King Dennis. When you eat your show, allow me eat my show.
Eat your show.